This entire military is one cohesive, dedicated force. And the threats to our nations, they don't sleep. They're watching our every move. Iran, Russia, China, North Korea, ISIS, Al-Qaeda. They may be watching this right now. Our military should not be mistaken for a cable news gab-fed show. We don't care what you look like. We don't care who you voted for, who you worship, what you worship, who you love. It doesn't matter if your dad left you millions when he died or if you knew who your father was. You have the code for your machine of lethal moving parts that you would be wise to avoid in over 6 years. We will not be intimidated. We will not back down. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there's one thing I can promise you, so help me God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
And do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Welcome to Man Talk 133 with Charles and Darl, the movement dedicated to empowering men, uniting brothers, and building a strong coalition. This is more than just a conversation. It's a call to action. Join us as we uplift, support, and inspire men worldwide. Because together, we don't just talk, we lead. We grow and we conquer. Are you ready to be part of the coalition? Let's dive in.
What in the world is going on? Why is it easier for strangers to support you than your own people? And then they act like you don't even see it. People stroll right past, hype everybody else, and act like they don't even see you. So tonight, we're going to ask the real question. Why don't we support each other? Welcome to Man Talk 133 with Shaw and Darryl. I am Shaw. Darryl is having some technical difficulties, but he going to be just fine. He working some things out, y'all. So I'm here again this evening by myself, but it's okay. So the question is, why don't we support each other? Why? Think about it. We're talking about mindset, money, culture, jealousy, and all of it tonight. We're going to talk about that tonight. So first, let's deal with some facts. 80% of small businesses fail within 5 years. Do y'all want to guess what one of the top reasons are why they failed in the first 5 years? One of the top reasons is a lack of consistent support. Social media shows that most engagements come from strangers, not close circles. So think about this. Your own people, some of your biggest, supposed to be your biggest supporters, don't support you. The way most people grow platforms is from strangers. Your own family members will not support you most times. Now, thank God I got a good, strong, Man Talk 133 has a real strong base with our family, and they really support. Shout out to our family for showing up. But for the most part, strangers will support you more than your own family will. That's just a fact. So let's get into some other stuff. Let's go a little deeper. So some communities have stronger systems of eternal support than others. But the question is why? Why? It's economic. It's about the economics. It's an economical thing. All right. Some communities prioritize buying within their own framework, meaning that they're going to buy from their own people. I think some communities, their money circulate X amount of times in the community before it goes out. And I think in the Black community, maybe once it's in, then it's out. Others spend, they spend outside their circle. And, for me, I think it's kind of like the reason why you do have to spend outside your circle sometimes is because you have more people that are not, say, I'm African American, so I'm gonna speak from that standpoint. There are more people that own businesses than African Americans, so you gotta support them. If you want gas, you gotta go to whatever corner store, whoever own it, and you gotta go to those different places to try to get what you need. So that's one of the things, the reason why I think that's the reason why I was like that. Anyway, got sidetracked for a minute, y'all, but it's all good. I'm back. So let me talk about the Black community for a minute. I can tell you why I think a lot of us don't support, I ain't gonna say a lot, some of us don't support Black businesses. I know some people probably gonna get in their feelings, but it's got to be told. For one, the customer service in some places is atrocious. The prices, because they don't have the connections that other suppliers, they have to buy they have to buy at a higher cost, which means they got to sell at a higher cost. Now, most Black people, they're going to try to go, or most people in general are going to go where the lowest price is. So if you have a store that's across the street that's selling, let's say, a case of water for $4, and you got one up the street, which is a Black owned store, and they have to sell it for $7 to turn a profit, folk would much rather drive across town and get the cheaper water, whatever, right? But I think it's more so also they have a support system that's in place. Like they're taught in certain neighborhoods, in certain areas to work with each other, buy within our community, buy here, don't buy over there, don't spend your money, spend your money with us, within your race and your group, right? But I think for us in the Black community, we got work to do in regards to drawing Black people in, because like I said, the customer service, that's a main turnoff. You pay a lot of money, but then the customer service that you get is tough. And then you got high prices on top of that. And then the restaurant ain't all that clean. Nobody's going to come do that. Now, I'm all for supporting Black businesses, but I'm also supporting all businesses, because if this business is not doing what you need to do, you got to go to support whether they Black, they're a different, whatever nationality, white, it don't matter. You got to go support them, right? Another reason why we don't support each other, jealousy. People don't like to clap when they feel behind. People don't like to applaud you. People don't like to celebrate you. People don't like to give you no props, no kudos, no nothing, if they feel as though you're doing good for yourself. Yeah. If you're doing good for yourself, a lot of times people do not want to support you. You can see it on social media in different places now, where you go to different platforms and people have X amount of subscribers or whatever they may have, followers or whatever. Folks get jealous about, what they're trying to do, report pages and all this stuff like that, so jealousy is one of the reasons. I ain't gonna say it's the main, but it's one of the ones. Jealousy is right at the top of why people don't support each other. If success exposes their lack of movement, they'll watch you instead of supporting you. For example, they'll go to your page, or they'll go to your the business to come peruse and look around so they can go back and have something to talk about amongst their people. Like, girl, I went into this store and I'm gonna tell you right now, it was nasty and it was this and it was that. Instead of them just going in for a reason to buy something to support so you can help get yourself better, they won't do that. The jealousy, and it's crazy because social media creates comparison. If you look on social media right now, you have so many different people competing against each other. And I think I'm saying that's not a bad thing, but it's not a good thing either, because you have to compete, not compare. If you're competing to have your platform to be the biggest one, that's fine. Just teams compete all the time. Baseball, football, basketball, they compete. But the comparison thing is one of the things that social media creates that. Supporting somebody that has a bigger platform than you, or supporting somebody in general, sometimes to people it feel like they're losing to some people. You know, they feel like, well, hey, you know what? I mean, if I support this, they're gonna get ahead, and then I'll be stuck. Because if I support them and they don't support me, why should I support them and they don't support me? And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I ain't gonna lie to you. I felt like that before. Like I felt like that before. Like, yo, you know, they say, hey, if you follow me, I'll follow you back. If you like this, whatever, right? And then they don't even follow you back or like you. And I felt like that before, but we even got to the point now that, you know, is what it is. We don't do that. We just, you know, do what we got to do and keep on moving. This silent competition replaces unity, meaning that if you got people that's secretly trying to sabotage your business, you know, they go to YouTube or Facebook or whatever, and they don't like you or like your page or whatever, they go to reporting stuff that ain't really none to report, you know, and then they try to get you kicked off the platform because we just can't, for some reason, that jealousy will not let us support each other. And that unity, that silent competition, which is nothing more than jealousy. You know, you think about it, nothing more than jealousy. They are jealous of you and your success. So now, before we go to break, some of the reasons, another reason why is culture and conditioning. It goes deeper than individuals. It's cultural conditioning. They condition certain cultures. Y'all got what I'm saying? I'm trying to get it out. Certain cultures. Sorry, they teach their kids to start businesses. They teach them how to, you know, cook or how to grow food or how to raise, you know, live off the farm, you know, and they raised in that. Now, me being from the black community, I don't see too much of that. You know, I don't see a lot of, you know, the support of, hey, you know, if somebody know how to cook, they just keep that for Sunday. Or the cookouts, you know, the family reunion, so they can say who got, or Christmas or whatever, so so they can see who got the best mac and cheese or the best potato salad or whatever they got, instead of them passing that down so that, you know, somebody may come along in the family and be like, hey, you know what? I think that we should sell this because it's that good. Everybody love it. Maybe we should sell it. But we keep it. People die with their secrets. They keep them. And when you do that, you know, you can't, nobody can support you. Nobody can support. That's another reason. Cultural is another reason why we don't support each other. If we're taught not to, if we're not taught to support each other, then what you think gonna happen? Hey, we'll be right back after the break, y'all.
Signed up to fight for freedom. What a price you had to pay. Picture in her helmet, missing family every day. Your Lady Liberty, dressed like G.I. Jane. Some scars we'll never see. She will never be the same. She's a mother, she's a daughter. She's a sister and a friend. Standing tall in that uniform until the very end. When Uncle Sam called, she signed that line to serve. 'Cause you can't spell hero without her. On that old dusty base with the meadows that shine, she's been to hell and back for the stars and the stripes. Your Lady Liberty, dressed like G.I. Jane, and some scars we'll never see, and she will never be the same. She's a mother, she's a daughter, she's a sister and a friend, standing tall in that uniform until the very end. When Uncle Sam called, she signed that line to serve. 'Cause you can't spell hero without her. Yeah, yes. For the ones that didn't make it, we will pause and then we cry. We can still see their smile in every sunrise. She's a mother, she's a daughter, she's a sister and a friend, standing tall in that uniform until the very end. When Uncle Sam called, she signed that line to serve. 'Cause you can't spell hero without her. 'Cause you can't spell hero without her.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Welcome back to Man Talk 133 with Charles and Daryl. So before we went to the break, we were talking about tonight we're talking about why don't we support each other. Before I went to the break, we was talking about culture and conditioning. I don't know why I can't get that word out tonight, y'all. Culture and conditioning. And some are raised with support your own, build together. Others ain't raised like that, so they don't know how to really support each other. Some grow up with the scarcity mindset, distrust, survival over collaboration. Now think about this. If you grow up not to trust another race, let's just go with that. If you're growing up, if you're raised not to trust another culture and just trust us, who do you think they're gonna go to and support and not support the other people? My whole thing is like, why can't we just be unified, which we kind of are now? It's just we have work to do in the Black community. That's all. We don't have the support of each other like we should have. We just don't have that. Other cultures do. They're gonna support each other no matter what, right? And they're taught that. But when you grow up with distrust and you grow up with survival over collaboration, hey, forget that. We gotta do what we gotta do for us and Forget collaborating with anybody. We got to make sure we do for us, right? So some people don't support because they never were taught to, and that's kind of what I was alluding to. They were never taught to support or how to support. They have the consumer mindset. All they know how to do is spend money. Now they supporting somebody, but they're not supporting their own, right? So that's one of the things I'm talking about. All right, so next we have crabs in a bucket and internal criticism. Now, let's talk about that crab mentality. So when one tried to raise up, others are pulling back down. Now, that's probably, I would venture to say, in every community. Every community has that. Because it's something that's, I think, that's just in us. You know what I mean? I think it's just in us just to, try to pull each other down. I'm sure it's taught, but I just think as the thing, the root of it all is jealousy. You know what I'm saying? It's just a built-in thing, I think. Question: why are we quicker to critique our own than support them? My take on it is that the reason why we're quicker is because we're jealous of them. Somebody have a nice car, they got to find something wrong with it. Got to find where I wouldn't have put that on that if it was me. Well, it ain't you. It's their car. They can do whatever they want to with it. They could put 8-inch rims on it if that's what they want to do with it, right? So that's one of the things that we have to work on as a body of people, not just Black, white, Hispanics, whatever. We gotta work on stop criticizing each other. We highlight flaws faster than wins. Somebody could be winning. Let's use. I give you an example. Let's use LeBron James, right? LeBron James is, 1 or 2, whichever way y'all want to do it, number 1 or number 2 best player in the world ever in basketball history, right? People will criticize some of the things that he do, like they say, well, he don't have a killer instinct. He don't shoot the ball, when it's crunch time or clutch or whatever, he won't shoot the ball. He'll pass it. And I would venture to say, well, hey, if he's making the right pass to the person that's open, why not let him shoot it? Why we got to criticize when he's a pass first, or, he's not like Jordan? Well, why don't we look at it from this way? Jordan ain't like him. They both two successful Black men. So why can't we look at it from that standpoint versus, I got to criticize LeBron. Well, Jordan ain't never did that. Jordan lost more than he won. I'm sorry. He just did. And so did LeBron. He's lost more than he's won. Although Jordan won 6 chips, I think in a row or however he won them, but he didn't win them by himself. Everybody had this thing that Jordan won everything by. Jordan got on the court and he won all 6 championships. It was basically 5-on-1. Jordan against the whole other team, like nobody else played a role in it. So that they draw that criticism. They pull out his flaws. Like, I remember that time when he played in Dallas, he had that meltdown, or Boston, or whenever it was, he had the meltdown. And, I just can't forgive him for that. But he has the most points ever scored in the NBA. Just, I think the most assists and all this other stuff. So been playing for 20 plus years, been consistent the whole time. So we're going to just pull out the flaws of just that and just not say, hey, the dude is a heck of a basketball player. Both of them are. Jordan and LeBron, as far as shoes are concerned, I mean, Jordan raking them with the shoes. Now the shoes, everybody got Jordans. Everybody wear Jordans. Not everybody wear LeBrons. So, I mean, but that's not a flaw. There's just something that different with them. We question success before celebrating it. So we take the, how they get that. I don't know how they got there. You sure he ain't selling no drugs or nothing like that? Because I don't know how he got that. I know how he got it. He worked hard. He went and grind. He did what he had to do to get where he needed to go to. So you can do the exact same thing. You don't have to question his success, and then once you question the success, now you want to celebrate it. Once you find out, oh, he good money, he an athlete, or he whatever he is. You know what I mean? Like we got to stop doing that. We gotta just celebrate each other all the time. Like, and it's okay, like, that they have more than you. That's fine. If you would take the time to sit down and ask them, like, hey, how you get to that status you are right now? How you get there? Because I'm trying to get there myself. They maybe can give you some knowledge and wisdom and understanding. They can help you. Another thing, we wait for outside validation. We wait for people outside of our circle to validate us. When your wife or your husband is telling you that, hey, you are great. You're great. Like Keisha. Now she don't wait for outside success for validation, but I can say, hey, you're a heck of a writer, teacher, liturgical dancer. She don't wait for outside success to validate, but if it comes, it comes. But some people wait, even somebody to tell them inside their family, hey, you're a great cook. Like, no question about it, you a great cook. You don't hear what they got to say. You'll wait for somebody else outside to validate you being a good cook versus the people that's in your circle telling you that you are a good cook. You know what I mean? Or baker, or whatever it is that you do, right? That you do well. To me, that's backwards. That's totally backwards. If you got an inside crew of people, listen to what they telling you. They give you good advice if they're a good crew of people. Okay, let's go. Pride, ego, and familiarity. Some people won't support you just because they know you. How many people y'all know like that? They know you. They wrote that book. I ain't gonna. That's they page. Man, I ain't get up there all them smiling pictures. They family look like they happy. I ain't supporting that mess. I ain't doing none of that. You know how people do. Instead of them just saying, you know what? They got some good content. They got good book. They got good food. They got whatever they got. Don't let your pride and ego get in the way of that. If you like something, you like something. Don't let people get in your head and try to tell you like, hey, just because they don't like you. You ever seen people try to spin you? Like they don't like something. So they'll say, hey, well, I ate over there. That place garbage. Well, can I go try it for myself first? Because I ain't really tried it. Let me see if it's garbage or not. You ain't going to like him. I wouldn't even go over there. Don't listen to them folk. Go do it yourself and check it out. Familiarity breeds disrespect. If people are in your inner circle, they feel like they can disrespect. They feel like they can tell you like, hey, talk to you any kind of way about your product. You be like, hold on, bro, you can't just do that. Now we can't. We got to have a little respect level somewhere in here, because you just can't tell me that, I read your little book you wrote, and they come in disrespect when they call you a little book you wrote, and they ain't wrote nothing. I read your little book you wrote, and if it were me, I would have did this and did that. Well, guess what? You got your opportunity to go do this, that. Right? So anyway, I'll be right back after the break, y'all.
I wish there was some place that I could go where I got the promise to never be alone. These bars all have last call, and my friends, they ain't home. I wish there was some place that I could go with a heartache this big, a bottle this small. I don't think I'm ready to deal with it all. I need a 24-hour heartbreak saloon where they never have last call and play country tunes. When she walked out of my life, I nearly broke down, drowning my heartache in every bar in this town. Sooner or later, they all closed the doors, and I was left playing guitar at home on the floor with a heartache this big, a bottle this small. I don't think I'm ready to deal with it all. I need a 24-hour heartbreak saloon where they never have last call and play country tunes. With a heartache this big, a bottle this small. I don't think I'm ready to deal with it all. I need a 24-hour heartbreak saloon where they never have last call and play country tunes. Yeah, they never have last call and play good old tunes.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Welcome back to Man Talk 133 with y'all and Daryl. Tonight we're talking about why don't we support each other? Why do y'all think we don't support each other? You know, I think one of the biggest things that I listed tonight, I think, is jealousy. Jealousy is one of the main reasons why we don't support each other. Some of it could be, you know, lack of, because people are not taught, whatnot, but I personally feel like the main one is jealousy. And before I went to the break, we was talking about how familiarity breeds disrespect. which it does. If you take your family members and you go to, you know, just say, like, for example, you take your family members and you say, hey, you know, I'm writing this book, or wrote this book, or, you know, I came up with this idea, this creation, or, you know, this dish or whatever I'm trying. They be the first ones to disrespect you. That's a fact. Be the first ones. It be the ones that you give them something for free. This is so nasty. Oh, I don't know why you making this mess, but everybody else, what they'll do, they'll celebrate you and cheer for you and be like, you know what, you got it. Maybe you need to just add this or this to it. Outside that is good. Main one is disrespect. Now, ego was the reason why we don't support each other. One of the reasons too why we don't support each other. I should be ahead of them, but I'm not. You know why you ain't ahead of them? Because you're being lazy and lackadaisical, and they're not. They're getting out, doing what they got to do, taking chances, seeking the Lord on which way they need to go, which way they need to navigate to get their stuff, a product out, or whatever it is they're trying to do. But your ego, pride, I'm not helping them win. If I'm down here at the dumps, they gonna stay down here. Don't send me nothing. I don't want to vote on nothing. None of that. Don't send me none of that mess. I don't want to see it. Don't send me no link for no subscription. I don't want to see your little YouTube channel. I don't want to do none of that. They pride. I'm not helping them get ahead. They ain't helping me. I ain't helping them. That's just how I'm leaving it. Comfort. I remember when they were nothing. Honestly, think about that. That's a stupid mindset to have. Ego, pride, and comfort. I remember when they were nothing. So they don't need me. They got it. Let them handle it. And when their pride kick in, because they didn't answer for something, they're like, hey, you know, and I see you got this, you know, you got your business booming, man. You know, you think you can loan me. They don't ask for no little money. They don't ask for 100. Anything you can loan me like 10 grand so I can, you know, go ahead and try to get this business up and going. You got a business plan? Nah, I don't need that. And I'm just telling you what it is, you know. No. And then you get mad with them with your pride, your ego, and your comfort jump in the way. Money, values, and priorities. Let's be honest. People say they can't support you, but this is what they do. They spend freely on entertainment. Which let me say this. I feel like they can spend their money the way they want to, entertainment, or but this is one of the ones I disagree with. They support celebrities instantly. Listen, these folk billionaires, and I'm just letting you know, like, you're 5 or 10 or 20 or 30. How much did you pay for a ticket? I don't know how much I had to pay for a ticket. Even if it's $100, it does not do anything for their bottom line. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like, you know, if you don't go, it ain't gonna hurt you, because they got like millions of other people that's going to these concerts, so it's really not gonna hurt them. Ignore local businesses. Now, some local businesses you have to ignore, because the customer service and the supply and the stock or whatever they have in the store, they don't have nothing. What am I supposed to do? I'm looking for a loaf of bread. I can go somewhere and get it for $1.25 or $3. Y'all got it for $6 in here? Because they got to go buy and mark it up to make money off of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody got to make that make sense to me. It's not always lack of money. It's lack of value. You got to have value. If you don't offer value, people ain't going to keep coming back, y'all. I'm sorry. They just not. They're not going to keep coming back. if you don't offer them something, whether it's a good product or discounts on products, or if it's expensive, at least make it good and expensive. You know what I'm saying? Not expensive and nasty. Like you're not offering value. You gotta offer something of value. That's why some YouTube channels grow, some don't. They're offering something of value. Some radio shows grow, some don't. The people are offering something of value. You know, and I'm thankful that, you know, we offering some things of value because ours is growing. You know, thank God for that it is growing. Let's talk about biblical truth, accountability. Galatians 6:2. Carry each other's burdens. 1 Thessalonians 5:11. Encourage one another. Romans 12:10. Honor one another above yourselves. Mark 6:4. Mark 6:4, y'all. A prophet is not without honor in his own town, y'all. So even Jesus, let me say it like this. Y'all think y'all dealing with something? Even Jesus dealt with it. Jesus dealt with lack of support from his own. That's in the scripture, Mark 6:4. Go read it. So it ain't nothing new. It ain't nothing new, but it's something we're supposed to fix. We gotta figure out a way to fix it. It's a way that we gotta, as a community. And I'll say community, I'm not just talking about black or white. I'm just saying community. It's just in all of us together. We got to figure out a way to come together other than when it's a tragic event. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's often said that Sunday is the most segregated day of the week, you know, because you got, as what they call the white church, the black church, Hispanic church, this church, that church, the dog church, the cat church, all these different churches, and they're all segregated. Now, you do have some that commingle with each other. You do. But for the most part, you got the white church over there. You got the black church over there. You got the Baptists over here. You got the Pentecost over here, the Lutherans, the Catholics, why can't we all just get along, y'all? Why can't we just all get along? Of course, this is the cost of not supporting. Businesses dying early. I gave you in the beginning, 80% of businesses fail in the first 5 years because of what? Because of what? Lack of support, lack of consistent support. Dreams delayed or abandoned. People want to do this, but they don't have the support because we ain't supporting them. We ain't giving them the right wisdom, and we're not giving them the right wisdom and information that they need to help them get to the next level or where they need to get to. We're not doing that. If you have some type of a wisdom of understanding and they're going into a business and you're in it, it should be your responsibility to try to help them grow. But what I tell you is that competition and that comparison. I don't want them to be bigger than me. I ain't gonna give them. They said I ain't gonna give them all my information so they can grow bigger than me because they see potential in you, which is crazy to me. Weak economic power. They don't have the money, you know, because we're not supporting them. We're not going into these businesses and supporting them. And businesses, let me put it back on y'all too. Y'all got to make somebody want to come in there. I can't walk in the store and y'all don't even speak when I walk in the door, but y'all want me to spend money in the store? That don't even make sense. Nikisha and I was on vacation, and I ain't gonna say where it was at, and I ain't gonna say what store it was. But we was on vacation. That happened to us twice in the same store, in the same time, at the same time. Folk walk right past us like they don't even, don't even see it. Walk right on past. Somebody right behind us. Hey, how y'all doing? Y'all need some help with something? I guess we must have had our invisible flash suit on or something. I don't know. They didn't see us. All right past, that's the one right behind it. Twice. So if you want people to support your businesses, you got to make them want to come back in your store. You know what I mean? You got to train people for customer service. You know what I mean? There's a lot of reason why people ain't supporting. They go in there one, they're going to get, now a lot of times they're going to give you one shot. Sometimes two. You know what I'm saying? The food was okay the first time. I'm going to give them another shot because they could have been the cook. The cook may have been off. It may have been the other cook that was off. And someone go give them one more shot. After that, if you don't get them there, you can forget it. You can go ahead and forget it. Broken trust in communities. That's why we don't support. The trust broke. You said that when I came in here, this food was going to be so good that I was going to just start running around the floor hollering. And when I ate it, I ran around the floor hollering, trying to spit it out my mouth. That's how nasty it was. Lying in the community to the people. All these different things that people look at that y'all don't think they look at. Some of the reasons why they don't support y'all. These are some of the reasons why we don't support each other. It ain't just hurting us, it's hurting the whole system. It's not hurting one person, it's hurting all of us, because think about it. They got employees. Employees got families. The owner, he got family. He got the business he's trying to supply. So when y'all go to work, y'all got to make people want to come back. If you got some people with good personality, they can overlook, a couple of nasty waitresses or waiters, if you got good customer service coming in, like somebody greet you coming in. It's like going to the church, right? Going to the church, and it's cold when you go in, don't nobody speak or half speak or size you up, look you up and down. Chances are they probably ain't gonna come back, y'all. I'm telling you right now. If we're bold enough to call it out, we need to be bold enough to try to change it. So if you, like us, I'm telling you why we don't support each other. It's ways we gotta fix it. Now, I said this before, people may have forgot, but I am a certified business consultant. I can help people change their businesses around. All you gotta do, let me know what you need. We'll talk, you know what I'm saying? And we'll go from there. So, because all it is just little things that's off. You know what I mean? Like, you may need to look at another supplier. I know they're your boy and you've been doing business with them for the last 5 years, but there's somebody else that's up the street that's getting you the same, that can get you the same stuff for, I don't know, $10, $15 cheaper per, whatever bag or whatever you're doing, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So we got to be willing to change it. We got to be able to change it. So here's some solutions. Support intentionally, not random. If you're going to support somebody's business, support the business, right? Collaborate more with each other. Network with each other. Hey, I got this event I'm gonna be doing. Hey, you want to come over and support it? Bring some of your people over. And then when you have your event, I'll shut down and bring my people over there. Hey, we're gonna have an event at this restaurant or whatever, and we're gonna just support them. You know what I mean? Promote it publicly. Let everybody know what you're doing. Invest locally. You got to invest locally, but they got to have something of value for us to invest in. Like if I'm investing locally and I'm paying 2 or 3 times of what I can pay somewhere else and help my bottom line. But if you got somebody locally that's, their price is comparable to the other people, yeah, of course, locally. Families, you got to teach. Excuse me, y'all. Families, we got to teach unity early. Sorry, y'all. Excuse me. We got to teach unity early. We got to let kids know, like, hey, check this out. I mean, we got to, we got we got we're gonna support each other in this family. Like so your aunt got a store, go support her. Your uncle got a store, support him. They support us, and we got to support everybody together. Teach unity early. I would say, hey, teach them unity from all angles. Hey, do business with this person, this person, this person, this person, no matter their color. That's just me. What I would say do. You know what I'm saying? Because if you go in these places like these chains, these franchises, you don't know who own them. You know what I mean? You just don't. Everybody wants support, but not everybody wants to give it. We want everybody to support us. You gotta support us. Come check us out. And then when I say, hey, we got a radio show, we got a YouTube page, you gotta, y'all, come check us out. Folks don't even show up. I'm gonna call y'all out. Some of them don't even show up. I'm just let y'all know right now. Some of y'all don't show up, and I'm calling y'all out. Anyway, if we supported each other the way we watch each other, we'd already be winning. I'm just saying, y'all. Hey, listen, check out all our platforms. Check out our platforms. Check out our platform. Check out our platform. Let's talk. 133. iHeart, Man Talk 133. Spotify, Man Talk 133. Apple, Man Talk 133. We all over Man Talk 133. The way it's behind me, spell it like that, and you will definitely find us. Hey, thank y'all for tuning in this evening. Until next time, y'all. Daryl should be back next week. You're working out some technical difficulties, but hey, I can hold it down till you get back. Hey, thank y'all for tuning in, man. Hey, God bless. Until next time, I'm gone.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.